What's up, friends? So, I am back today with a video for Twin Fleasies, aka Twin Flames, aka the One Flame, aka the Shared Soul, aka whatever you would like to call it. So, we do have a couple cards. I just wanted to say a couple things before I get into the reading. So, remember I was talking about the feathers that I kept finding? Well, I figured out what it meant. And I came across this video last night while I was watching YouTube because I was just watching some random like makeup videos or whatever. And there was just this one random video on the little feed or whatever, and it was like pick your thing, and it had like a feather, a penny, this and that, blah 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 blah. So I was like, oh shit, this has a feather in it, so let me click this video, see what it's all about. And it turns out that the feather just means that you're an earth angel, and that if you're receiving feathers or something, then you have deserved your wings or something like that. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I love it a lot. But that same day, I posted that video talking about how I keep seeing feathers. I found a feather that same day. Well, I don't want to say I found a feather, but a feather just like randomly showed up, knocking at my door wherever I was. I think I had like got to work or something, and I pulled out, or I just got out of my car and the feather was right as I was walking in. I was like, what the? So random, just by itself. Because I was looking around to see if I could see any more feathers, but it was only by itself. Right in my walkway, right in my path. I was like, yes, feathers. And I found another one yesterday too. So I don't know what's going on, guys, but I keep getting all these feathers. But anyways, so there's that. In a couple of the previous videos that I posted, probably the last two, I've been talking about purging. I feel like the Divine Feminine Collective is purging. Definitely the Divine Masculines for sure. The Divine Masculines are like closing out cycles and all of that. But as for the Divine Feminine, I think it's really just letting go of what is left of the ego or fears, worries, doubts, the huge. But shiitake mushrooms, I forgot what I was going to say. But I guess let's go ahead and get into this. And if anything comes to my head, I'm going to tell you. So, for the Divine Masculines, okay, never mind. They just told me to start off with Divine Feminines first. Okay, so for the Divine Feminine Collective, we have Prosperity, and we have Give It to God for the cards that I pulled today. I don't know if you can see these. They're probably backwards. Yes, they are. We love it. Okay, so for Prosperity, the card says, there is a positive shift in your flow. Oh, that reminded me. In your flow of divine support. So, heart, throat chakra activations. I feel like for a lot of the Divine Masculines, there's probably some throat chakra activations going on. And I think maybe for those who, I don't want to say just for the Divine Masculine, but probably those who haven't really spoken their truth, the throat chakra has been activating. I can tell just with the people around me. But there was this video I had watched like the other day. I get a lot of messages, like I get a lot of clarification through videos because I'll be thinking stuff and then it doesn't fully resonate with me until I'm coming across something. So, and then I'm like, oh shit. So there was this one night I like woke up coughing because I was like, oh, damn. And the next day, I figured out that it was the Divine Masculines were having some sort of throat chakra activation or something like that. So I think that there's some Divine Masculines going through throat chakra activations. I could tell because my twin flame, when he was, being all sweet to me, it was him speaking some truth. He's my DM. So, anyways, back to the Divine Feminine Collective. So, Prosperity is coming for the Divine Feminines, or the Divine Feminines are really manifesting the prosperity into their lives now. But there's something that I also see if you have been purging as a Divine Feminine and you've really been getting rid of the shit that don't serve you no more, then there's a shift happening now where you're moving into more of that positive aspect of things after the purge and release that you've been doing. So there, and I feel like the divine feminines are a lot in their upper chakras right now. I can tell for myself that I'm in my upper chakra just because, well, I don't want to say upper chakra. I meant upper chakras, not just chakra. But I can tell for the divine feminines that you're more in your upper chakra. I feel a lot more connected to source, and I don't know what it is, but I've just been feeling really spiritual lately. I'm like, ooh, I'm loving it. I love it so much. I love when I feel spiritual, you guys. I just can't, honestly. It just makes me feel like the universe and the galaxy and the stars all over me, and just I love it. I love it a lot. But anyways, and the other card for the divine feminine says give it to God. It says take a deep breath and on the exhale release the situation to God for healing and answers. So like I said, I feel like the divine feminines were really purging, or still are purging if you haven't completely fully finished that yet. And they're really giving it over to source now, trusting the process, moving forward with that, I guess, that inner knowing, that trust that the divine has it. You say, here you go, divine. Here's my problems. Go ahead, take the wheel. So that's what I've been doing. And I feel like that's what a lot of the divine feminines are doing right now. And it could also just mean that if you're not giving it to God, and whatever you want to call it, God, the creator, divine source. I call it divine source and divine universe. But whatever you want to call it, just trust. Know that things are happening for you. Know that things are manifesting. The prosperity is coming. Things that you've been working for. Your heart's truest dreams and desires are manifesting. Like, it's all happening right now. You just got to trust. Give it to God. That does include the fears, the worries, the doubts. You know, I've been feeling a lot of the fears, worries, and doubts about my abandonment, rejection wounds coming up lately. And I'm like, what the bitch? You supposed to be gone. But I've been really trusting source about everything that's unfolding in my life, whether it was fears or worries about, you know, my twin flame or, you know, abandonment, rejection wounds, whatever the case is. You really just have to like affirm to yourself that it's already handled and just give it to the divine. And don't forget to ask for healing. It's so important to ask for healing. Like lately, when I've been going to bed, I've been kind of setting the intention to heal in my dream space. And while I'm healing in my dream, I meant to say, in my dream space, I set the intention to release and let go and surrender whatever it is that I'm subconsciously holding on to. And in return, I ask for the divine healing to take place. So that way, if I'm not doing something consciously, then, you know, at least I can do it in my dream space. And last night, I was releasing. I could tell when I woke up, I was like, damn. Thank God I knew that was a healing dream, because I would have been flipping tables talking about these bitches had me fucked up, aka my twin flame. But it wasn't just like, I guess it was him showing me the fears and the worries that I had to completely, fully surrender. Anywho, so moving on to divine masculines. I love when my words don't come out of my mouth. It's been happening so much lately. I don't know what's going on. So maybe I'm just picking up on my on the divine masculine side of things when they're trying to, you know, express themselves. Download. There we go. That's exactly what's probably going on. Anyways, so back to what I was talking about. For the divine masculines, we have life lessons and unnecessary worries. So for life lessons, it says you can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessings they contain. So like I said, the divine masculines are going through their own thing. They're really getting out of and closing karmic cycles right now. I said in a previous video, my twin flame, he's my divine masculine. He even told me that he feels like he's closing out some karmic cycles right now, that they're coming to an end. So that just furthermore confirms what the DMs are going through. And I feel like they're really taking a step back to kind of see the shit that they probably put their divine feminine through, but the shit that they have been through that has brought them to where they are now. And they're kind of like, I guess, observing everything and just seeing like, damn, that's what I did, like learning the lesson. So in breaking free of that karmic cycle, the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot deck just popped into my head. So I think that is showing me that they are closing out those cycles and beginning new cycles, but I feel like they're trying to learn from the old ones so they're not continuing. Oh, good. I just saw 1111. It made me mess with my words. Continuing the old patterns that they were before. And I also feel like with unnecessary worries, they're releasing themselves from their ego, releasing themselves from the things that no longer serve them. And they are also getting the healing. Oh, snap. Okay, so the unnecessary worries card says release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. And the divine feminine has take a deep breath and on the exhale release the situation for God for healing and answers. So I feel like solution and answers and healing is the same thing. So I feel like there is some mirroring going on right now between the divine feminine and divine masculine. And also I feel like that, well, just what popped into my head is that the divine masculines are definitely probably feeling the divine feminine energy, which I guess now that I'm thinking about it, about my twin flame and I's conversation that we last had, he was talking about how, he wouldn't grow without me and stuff like that. So I definitely feel like they're growing because they're sensing the divine feminine energy, and as the divine feminine becomes more in their power, that's helping the masculine to continue to elevate into his own power. And because they obviously everybody has both energies within them. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. So I feel like the divine masculines are releasing the unnecessary worries that they've been having, maybe about how they're going to approach the divine feminine or what's going to happen next or how XYZ is going to occur and all of this. And they're releasing themselves from the karmic cycles and maybe the karmic relationships man, wow, talking about the divine masculine, my throat chakra is definitely fucking up right now. But I mean, there you have it. Throat chakra messing up while I'm talking about the divine masculines. They don't even, they having some throat chakra activations right now. Anywho, I also noticed that there is this illumination over this bird, and you have this sun-looking thing. So I do feel like there is some strength that they're finding right now with this sun. I also feel like it has to do with their confidence and their self-worth and all of that, because it reminds me of the solar plexus. And with the illumination, I feel like they are connecting to divine. Their crown chakras are opening up right now, and they're really becoming enlightened about what hasn't been serving them, what their fears and worries, or the things that have been holding them back with this card. So, yes, and I think that's it. I also feel like with these cards, they're both lighter, more bluish, purple cards. So I do feel like it has to do with their upper chakras. I do feel like both the divine feminine and divine masculine energies are working in their upper chakras, or their upper chakras are starting to open up, especially with this one in the Divine Feminine. She also has the illumination over her head right here. This one's just a bunch of like, I don't even know, it looks like a bunch of just colorful stuff. So, I don't know. But, oh, and look at this. She has the flames in her hand. The Divine Feminines have been carrying the flames right now. The ones who have um, crossed the portal and stuff are holding onto the flames, which does, like she's holding on to the flame. She both has a flame. And then there's a rainbow. Look at that. So it looks like what's coming into my head is that the Divine Feminine has been holding on to the flame. And with this rainbow right here, it looks like the Divine Feminines have cross that rainbow bridge or are on the other side of that, that portal of the rainbow portal, and which is causing the divine masculine to, shift his energy so that way he can match the same frequency and vibrations of the divine feminine right now. And this one too, this one is reaching up to the divine. So I do feel like they're also asking the divine for help, because he has this like stone. It looks like an angel, but he has this stone and he's being illuminated, and it's connecting to the top, which I feel like the divine masculines are really connecting to source as well. Both are connecting to source, which is very beautiful. And then for the overall energy, we have, well, I guess I should start off with their connecting energy, huh? Probably. So for the connecting energy, we have sensitive emotions right now. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. So if you're not taking care of yourself, really rest up. Make sure that you're grounded in your energy, or grounded with Mother Earth, Gaia. And if you are feeling and picking up on emotions, divine feminines, it could be from your divine masculines right now, because they are continuing to still purge and release. And divine feminines, I feel like, are also purging and releasing. Both are getting rid of stuff right now. So both are pretty sensitive. And I think if you're picking up on your twins' emotions, then it can heighten it a little bit more. And you're probably like, what is going on right now? And I also feel like we're also picking up on the collective energy. Those who, I guess, are a little bit more sensitive to energy are picking up not on just their twin flame energy, but their twin flame energy. Okay, not just their twin flame energy, but the collective energy. So not only am I all over the place right now, but I'm all over the place right now. So we love that a lot. Anywho, be aware of the emotions because they're sensitive. Now, I would say send your divine counterpart, whether it's the feminine watching or the masculine watching, send your divine counterpart lots of love, light, healing, strength, forgiveness if that's needed as well, because one of the parties is really going through it, or both at the same time, clearing out those lower chakras, really moving up to the higher chakras right now. I feel like, if anything, the divine feminine is almost completely done with, I don't want to say completely done, but they have reached another level of healing that has allowed them to release their ego on an even higher level. And for the divine masculines, obviously they're closing out cycles and stuff. For both, the overall energy is let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. So I do feel like this means that both energies are really becoming their truest self, like being your truest essence. I feel like that's what that is talking about. And be confident, be proud of who you are, be proud of where you've come. Allow the light that's within you to continue to shine bright. I know it's difficult sometimes, but those who have done a lot of work, you're able to see that everything you've been through wasn't like, oh my God, this is terrible. why did this happen to me? You're like, oh, this happened to me because I needed this to happen to me to become who I am today. So I do feel like it's saying, be your truest self, be your truest ancient self, be your truest essence. Be, if you're a divine feminine, be a divine goddess, be a divine feminine goddess. If you're a divine masculine, be a divine masculine god. You know, really embody and integrate your higher self, your highest self, the divine feminine, divine masculine energy within you, and really just let it be the light, be the way. That's what we're here for. We're here to shine the light into the darkness and help raise the consciousness of Mother Earth and all that is in it. So, yes, and I also feel like with this one, it's also showing the heart space. So, if you're not in your heart space, practice in being in your heart space. But I feel like it's showing because it's so illuminated, I feel like you're coming into your heart space. I've been feeling a lot of love lately. I've been feeling, like I said, that divine energy. And I feel like it's because I'm coming more into my heart space, and I feel like a lot of the divine feminines and masculines, divine masculines, are coming into their heart space, especially as you get closer to, like, I guess, physical union with each other. I feel like that's what it is. And speaking of physical union with your twin flame, I have been sensing my twin flame every fucking where. Like, I feel like I'm gonna run into him anywhere. I'm like, I know that I'm not gonna run into him at certain places because I'm like, I'm not gonna see him here. Like, I just know it. But it's like, I'm like, I know that he's there or something. Like, it's weird. I feel like I'm gonna see him. Then there was this other night I was driving home. I just saw 44. There was this other night I was driving home from the gym, and there was this car that looked exactly like my twin flames car. Like, I real life thought it was my twin flame right behind me, and I was like, oh my god, like, because we had like a conversation a couple like last week or some shit, but um, we haven't seen each other since we ran into each other in the gym, and when we ran into each other in the gym, it wasn't even like, oh, like, hey, like, so happy to see you. It was like me just not gonna spell out the beans, but I was just speaking my truth to him at that time. Letting him know that I moved on past the hurt. But anyways, um, I saw his car. Well, it wasn't his car, but I saw the car, and I was like, holy shit, like, my twin flame is right behind me. What the heck? And my car is like, I mean, I felt like the type of color that my car has, it's like a very red car, and I have black rims. So I feel like if you see my car, like, you know it's me already, because not many people have my color of the car with black rims and all of that. But anywho, um, so I was like, damn, he's gonna see that it's me. I was so like, I was low key like freaking out. My heart was pounding so hard. And then I was at the gym like 2 nights after that, and I saw this guy that looked almost just exactly like my twin flame. And I was like, what the is going on right now? I really thought the universe was like, I was like, damn, y'all really out here with this. I don't know what y'all doing. First the car, then me seeing this guy that looked like him. I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy. I don't know what's going on. I've been seeing 717 multiple times in a day, 17, 71, 44. And I'm just like, damn, like, what the F is going on? Seriously. So I don't know. I've been feeling, I think, I don't want to say anything and just be like, oh, my foot's in my mouth later. But I feel like I'm coming into, like, physical union with my twin flame now, because I feel like I've been sensing him everywhere. And I had that same feeling right before he texted me, like a few days before he texted me. I was sensing him everywhere. I was like, where the hell is he? I feel like he's watching me. This is so weird. But there's that. But let me know. if you guys are going through the same thing, like if you're before your twin, if you have had communication recently with your twin flame, um, how do you like looking back at it? Did you see the signs and the synchronicities that were showing you, like, hey, my twin flame is coming into communication with me, but um, you didn't fully resonate with all that signs yet until after it happened? I don't know. Like, let me know, guys, what if you guys been through anything. I want to know. You know, I'm interested. I'm talking to myself right now. So maybe if you guys could talk back to me, that would be really dope. But that's all that I have. I didn't want to make this video too long. That's why I only used 6 cards, because sometimes these videos be taking 65 decades to upload. So it is what it is. But I love you guys. Sending peace and blessings to y'all. And peace out, Girl Scouts.